I'm mounting this on the bottom edge of the door because I'm using my camera gear as weight, and I don't want to drop the camera gear. I weighted this bag, it's about 10 pounds at home. So let's see if this hook will hold it. Yeah, it actually will hold it. Hi, my name is Peng. I am a photographer and I am a travel addict. Over the last 3 years, I've been traveling extensively in my Mercedes Sprinter-based Storyteller van. While it's a fantastic van, it's not custom built, so there are definitely areas of the design that don't totally fit my needs. Sure, there's a fairly large aftermarket for these Sprinter vans, and a lot of times I can find accessories to address some of those needs. But sometimes I find these solutions to be expensive, overkill for what I personally need, or perhaps the accessory requires drilling and installation, which I think is too permanent. That's why over the years I've been doing some van hacks to make my life easier while on the road. I've either picked these ideas up from other van lifers or came up with them myself. And today I'll share 5 of them with you. Although I'm using these hacks on my own van, I think most of them will work no matter what van or RV you drive. And the best part, the products I've used for these hacks all cost under 20 bucks. Look for links to these products in the description below. Before we dive in, I do want to mention that this video is not sponsored. The only reason I've listed these specific products is because I've personally bought them, used them, and they seem to have held up well over time. I don't always purchase the cheapest option because I prioritize quality, but if you can find a better valued alternative, go for it, and please share them with all of us in the comments. Finally, I should let you know that I am an Amazon affiliate, so any links to Amazon will earn me a commission. It won't cost you extra to purchase, but it will contribute back to this channel, so thank you. Now let's get started. One of the shortcomings of this van is the lack of storage, and that's by design because they want to leave this garage open for toys like mountain bikes. But that means there's no tall closet and very few places to hang stuff, especially on the back door. There's a lot of wasted real estate here. Enter the magnetic hook. You have a lot of options for these on Amazon, and they all have different ratings. This one I got is rated at 150 pounds. But I have serious doubt that it can really do that, because if it really can, I wouldn't be able to pull it off of the door. So let's see how much it can really comfortably, realistically hold. I'm mounting this on the bottom edge of the door because I'm using my camera gear as weight, and I don't want to drop the camera gear. I weighted this bag, it's about 10 pounds at home. So let's see if this hook will hold it. Yeah. It actually will hold it, but this does not feel sturdy, so 10 pounds is probably the upper limit I will go with this hook. Conclusion is this is definitely not a full replacement for those fancy, screw-in door mount door hangers. But for what I use it for, which is to hang jackets and small backpacks, it's not going anywhere. Best of all, if I don't want to use it here, I just pull it off and stick it where I need it. There's no permanent installation, no drilling. Now, I do have a very important caution for you. If you plan to use this hook on a moving part inside your vehicle, make sure to test it out before you use it. And I'll use my Sprinter van sliding door as an example. Let me put this hook here and let me open the door, so I can show you what I mean. See the sliding door? See how this hook is hitting the side of the van. So what I found after testing around, oh my God, okay, is there's this overhang right above the window frame. If I put the hook here, then if I open it, now it works. And this is why I say test it out first. So in my case, I only hang stuff temporarily here. So for example, if I'm using the mirror, I hang it here. Or if I'm packing, I will hang my jacket here. Because if you open the door, remember, your jacket may be fine, but it will be wiping down the side of your van. This van doesn't come with a mirror. So initially, I added this camping mirror I got at REI. But it's a little too small, so I got this bigger mirror instead. I picked this one because I can hang it when I'm using it and remove it when I'm driving around. Now, you can find mirrors with self-adhesives on the back, and at one point I thought about mounting it here, but I didn't opt for those because, one, I have commitment issues. I like the flexibility to move this mirror around. Say I want to shave outside, I can just take it. And two, a lot of mirrors come with cheap stickers that are designed to be used in homes. This van goes through a lot of harsh environments. If you park this under the sun, it can easily get to 100 degrees in here in the summer. I'm not sure how strong these adhesives are in those temperature extremes. Even though this mirror is shatterproof, if you drop it, you're still going to damage the edges or scratch it. With that said, I am not against mounting it somewhere more permanent. I would just recommend using a more trusted brand, maybe like the 3M double-sided adhesive. I've used those at home and they're really strong, so I would trust those more. Or if you want to mount it but don't want it to be so permanent, you can use my next van hack, and that is, I love Nano tapes. They are magic. I don't know how they work, but they're these thick double-sided tapes that can stick to a lot of different surfaces as long as the surface is dry and clean. But the best part is they are not permanent. See this mirror here? It's been through heat, it's been through cold, and it's still here after almost 3 years. If I want to take this down, I can just pull it off and it won't leave a mark. Supposedly, you can reuse the tape by washing it underwater. I've tried it. If the tape's only been on for a short time, it does work, although not as well as when it's brand new. But if it's been on for a long time, the tape actually hardens and it just doesn't work anymore. The back seats on my van get used a lot, not just for carrying people on the road. When I park somewhere to work, I use this area. And if you look around, do you see what's missing? Yeah, there's no cup holder. It's obviously inconvenient when the van is in motion, but even when I'm parked, I prefer to have a cup holder because this table that came with my van is tiny. Let me put my laptop here. Now imagine if I add a mouse, a hard drive, and a camera to it, there's not much room left. And if I put a drink here, there's a pretty high chance I might knock it over and destroy my electronics. A cup holder solves all of that. That's why I got this. This one just slides into the window frame like so. The holder is deep and can fit a large selection of cups. There are two downsides. One is it does get a little rattly if you use a smaller mug, and this needs a gap between your window to slide into it for it to work. That's why I'll give you an alternative. This is actually the one I was using before I got this new one. As long as you have a table, you can just snap it on like so. The cup is pretty shallow, so I would only use it when not in motion. At one point, I modded this by cutting out 2 thin strips of kitchen sponge. Then I used, you guessed it, Nano tape to tape these to the inside to wedge the mug in place. It helped, but that's not a universal solution because you might have different cup sizes and it's still not 100% secure. But I'm just throwing an idea out there for you in case the other cup holder option doesn't work for you. Finally, this last hack I came up with because of a very specific Mercedes Sprinter problem, but it might be relevant to you if you want to figure out how to better manage your cables or if you need to squeeze a wire through a door or a gap and don't want to drill holes. One of the most frustrating design choices they made in the Sprinter van is where they chose to put the only USB port for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's hidden in this compartment under the lid. The intention was good. You put your phone away, close the lid, it's out of sight, you drive hands-free and control everything through the steering wheel. And I'm all for that. But in practice, not every app on your phone can be controlled through the screen or voice prompt. So I might pull over or ask whoever is in the passenger seat to operate the phone for me. So it would be nice if the phone is out here within reach. Or if I want to take advantage of the other 2 USB ports, I'll have to pull some cables out. But because of this lid, a normal USB cable will be too thick to fit through. I've seen some solutions where people drill holes, but you already know I don't like permanent solutions like that. So I found a simpler hack. Just get a flat USB cable. Now it fits perfectly. This is just one example of a good use for flat or low profile cables. You may know this already. For the back of the van, for the kitchen area, I have this low profile flat cable extension cord that keeps the aisle open. You can find USB cable tips that bend 90 degrees so your cable doesn't stick out. So just keep that in mind if you want to get any low profile cable for your van or RV. And that was it. Those were the 5 cheap hacks I have for you today. I hope you find them useful. If you did, please leave a like. If you have some great van hacks yourself, share them down below so we can all learn from each other. And if you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next time.